Hello everybody, I'm Seibenlore and welcome back to more Magic the Gathering lore. Today, I'd like to wrap up the lore for the clans found on the plane of Tarkir, and that has finally led us to the Jeskai Way. The Jeskai clan, to be completely honest, just wasn't very appealing to me in the first weeks of Khans of Tarkir's release. But, as time went on and new deck techs have emerged, the Jeskai has gained my newfound respect. And with that, let's go over their story. The Order of the Jeskai Way is one which emulates the ideals of honor, tradition, and respect. They are a group of like-minded mystics, martial artists, and warriors who have band together in order to discover and enlighten themselves. To the Jeskai, the ultimate goal is to ascend to ever greater accomplishments throughout life, to achieve great deeds, and to reach levels none before have ever reached. To fulfill this goal, training is emphasized early in life for all those who follow the way. The body and mind are in a constant state of learning for this clan. Combative and physical training is combined with traditional education and mystical teachings. To those in the Order, lifelong training is the only way to truly discover anything about yourself or the world around you. The Jeskai focus on 4 pillars of the Order: discipline, enlightenment, industriousness, and traditionalism. The pillar of discipline focuses on the physical bodies of those who follow the Order. All those who follow the way, regardless of occupation, devote themselves to some form of martial arts training. Along with hand-to-hand skills, many have their own individual weapon of choice, choosing a specific skill to hone throughout their life. Along with combative training daily, the Jeskai also partake in physical meditation. This mystical ritual has the individual perform combative stances in slow motion. The mages of this clan also combine this ritual with spells. Regardless of who performs these meditations, it seemingly slows down the aging process, leaving the average lifespan of the Jeskai more than double of that of the other clans. The next pillar is Enlightenment. This pillar states that enlightenment alone is the way to understanding the nature of the world. The Jeskai believe that they are the most enlightened beings on Tarkir, and thus, the only true arbiters of justice. To the Jeskai, enlightenment is not a final solution, but rather a path which all should take. True understanding can come from any of the different paths found in the Jeskai tradition, and while the paths may be different, wisdom is always achieved. Along with enlightenment comes the control of the blood fire. The blood fire is an elemental fire which burns inside all beings during traumatic or stressful events such as battle. The Jeskai believe that you must let go of all logic and compassion in order to be consumed by the blood fire. While in this state, rage is considered a holy act, and the person is believed to be truly invincible. Industriousness is next. This pillar states that it is unbecoming of those in the Order to display wealth and hedonism. The Jeskai believe great things can be achieved once you humble yourself and release material desires, and thus this clan is the least flashy of Tarkir. Their buildings are practical rather than grand, being adorned with simple rock cuts rather than dazzling gold statues. Their weapons are also practical in design, but do not let these simple structures fool you. It takes the artisans of the Jeskai hundreds of years to perfect their craft. In the simple curves of their weapons is found a balance which other craftsmen can only dream to achieve outside of the Jeskai Way. The last pillar of the way is traditionalism. This pillar states that each stronghold of the Jeskai hold their own traditions and teachings on how to reach the highest levels of enlightenment. Dozens of these schools are thought to exist, yet all of them are valid in the eyes of the Jeskai. Regardless of the path, it would take an individual a complete lifetime to master and learn all that path had to offer, so typically, only one path is followed at a time. The government of the Jeskai is one based on honor and self-reliance. While the Khan of the clan is the ultimate authority on matters of war and diplomacy, for its daily affairs, the Jeskai rely on the rules of the reeds. This simple code states that all those accused with a crime must be presumed as innocent until evidence suggests otherwise. All have the right to arbitration over disputes, and those who are accused of murder receive a trial. In Jeskai society, when a young person reaches adolescence, they have the ability to choose from one of 3 different ways in the Jeskai tradition: artisan, mystic, or wandering warrior. The way of the artisan is the path of a learned trade. It is an honorable path which focuses on the perfection of crafting the material world to fit the greater society. Artisans also craft perfect weapons for individual warriors. The Way of the Mystic has students continue their studies in the arcane and martial arts. These Jeskai will eventually become scholars, teachers, and monks in the stronghold of their path. The Way of the Wandering Warrior has students apprentice with an elder wanderer and spend time in the wilderness. They will serve as scouts, spies, and wandering arbiters of Jeskai justice. With each of the numerous different paths that Jeskai can take on their journey to enlightenment, they travel to a specific stronghold which they can learn and train in that path. All of the Jeskai strongholds are connected to one another under the clan's banner, but each are specific in their own teacher, martial arts school, and arcane teachings. Some of the major schools of the Jeskai are the Sage Eye Stronghold, which is the main stronghold and nexus of the Jeskai. The school is built into a mountain overlooking a bay, which is only accessible by ship. The school emphasizes the tradition of stealth, cunning, and quickness. The Dirgur Stronghold is built on an island in the middle of a huge lake. This is the most accessible of the main strongholds of the Jeskai, and follows the traditions of bladed weapons, aggression, elemental magic, and bloodfire control. The Riverwheel Stronghold is a white-walled fortress built into the side of a great cliff. Waterfalls can be found flowing throughout the school, powering giant wooden wheels which provides the surrounding area with fresh water. This school emphasizes a martial arts style which is as fluid as water itself, training in flexible weapons like whips and ribbons. And the Kori Mountain Stronghold, which is the largest stronghold of the Jeskai and is constructed inside an ancient, well-preserved dragon skeleton. This school teaches a fighting technique which is based around the movement of a dragon. It is rumored that the very soul of a dragon is contained inside the deepest bowels beneath this stronghold. Almost as diverse as the different paths found in the Jeskai Way are the races which make up the very fabric of this clan. Among their schools and meditation grounds, you can find humans, Aven, Eferet, and Mantis. Humans make up a large majority of the Jeskai population. They are versatile and can comprehend most of the Jeskai paths and disciplines. The Aven of the Jeskai are more seclusive, typically isolating themselves and their settlement in the remote highlands. There are some Aven which follow the mystic path that dwell in the high towers of a number of different strongholds, but they are the minority. As a result of their relationship with the current Khan of the clan, the Aven have found a new purpose and place among the Jeskai. They have been commissioned to be the clan's wind scouts, serving on scouting missions and as emissaries between the Jeskai and the other clans. The Ifrit are a race of elementally bound humanoids who live outside of the Jeskai's territory in the mountains called Quadat, the Fire Rim. These beings are not born into the clan, but rather they must choose to join the Way, leaving their former lives behind and being banished from their kin forever. The Ifrit who leave their homes never speak about their former lives, leaving the Ifrit people and culture a mystery. Many Ifrit embrace the Way of the Bloodfire fighting technique, but some can also be found in the schools of the trickster arts. The Mantis of the Jeskai are used by the isolated High Spire Stronghold monks. They train for years to control and ride the wild mantis found in the wilds outside of their school's grounds. The Mantis riders know that these creatures hold no allegiance to anyone, not even its trainer, so extreme focus is the only thing which keeps the rider from becoming the Mantis' next meal. It takes a very special leader to keep all these different races and schools of thought in complete harmony, and the Khan of the Jeskai is Harmony Incarnate. The current Khan of the Jeskai Way is a woman known as Narset, the Enlightened Master. She is a martial arts master, scholar, and mystic which has cultivated mental discipline and can accomplish great physical feats. She spent her youth as a wandering warrior, honing her skills as a fighter in the great wilds of the Jeskai's territory. Her travels brought her to the lands of the different clans found on Tarkir. She observed these foreign clans with a curious eye, learning what she could of their culture and their people. It was her knowledge of the other clans, a knowledge not typically found among the scholars of the Jeskai, which benefited her as a leader. Narset is passionate about her people and their safety as she guides them from her home in the Sage Eye Stronghold. Many in the clan believe that she has a secret potential which will elevate her to even greater accomplishments in her lifetime. But for now, Narset is dedicated to protecting her clan. On her banner, Narset and others found in the Jeskai Order follow the Dragon's Eye, a symbol of the clan's cunning and wisdom. The Jeskai Way are aligned with red, white, and blue mana, with a particular emphasis on blue mana sources. This combination of mana gives the clan a great sense of honor, passion, rage, skill, and most importantly, knowledge. Blue mana grants this clan greater understanding of the world and a thirst for wisdom which is almost unquenchable. So, there you go guys, the full story behind those in the Jeskai Way. Are you going to play as these mystical martial arts masters? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all of you who have shown support so far for my lore videos. If you want to continue supporting the series, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.